Fifth gear would have been the key at this track. Well, here we go. It is Speed himself. Jack Shanahan, ladies and gentlemen, from Ireland. 2JZ, 950 horsepower. And look at the speed of Shanahan as he fires that car across the circuit. Pops the car onto the curb. Rear wheels fulfilling the outside zone as Shanahan now absolutely ripping. I don't think he's lifted off the throttle yet as Shanahan kicks the clutch once again. Down he comes. He misses that in the zone, but he gets the job done.
Nice little snap to angle in that last zone, too. Just
at the moment, he's sitting with an 88.5. He won't want to miss out on the 90 part. He'd want to be up there nice and high as well. Through the gears he goes, a big flick to angle, and now Shanahan starting to work this one out. Look at this, every inch of tarmac is in use. This is unbelievable. These guys are a different sauce right now as Shanahan starts to find the groove, gets himself across the circuit. Shanahan, a little dab of the handbrake, sets himself up on the rev limiter. Absolutely brilliant across the line.
Oh, I'm so happy I'm not a judge. I'm happy I just get to be excited and yell into a microphone about how amazing this sport is, how incredible these drivers are.
It's time to put it into perspective as they sit on the line, ready to rock and roll. And there you go. It gets a proper launch off the line. No messing around, side by side. Oh, Shanahan aggressive already. No messing around. He goes for the back bumper of that Mustang as Dean fires it across the circuit. Shanahan lost a little bit there, but Dean now wanders and wavers in outside zone 4. Can Shanahan make up some lost ground? He can, as it opens up for him. He dives down on the inside, goes for the door of James Dean's Mustang and pushes him across the line.
Ah, what a great way to open this battle up.
I mean, strategy. Yeah, Shanahan slams the door closed. Look, gets that green light, has to go. Puts the car through the gears. Dean already following him, already on the back bumper. That GT86 as they fire in. Now Shanahan starts to pull a little ground, but Dean goes for it, transitions a little earlier as Shanahan gets into outside zone 4, puts the back end right where it needs to be. Oh, and Dean is glued to the side of Jack Shanahan. Almost contact, it's bumper to bumper and transition as Dean goes for the door of Shanahan's 86 across the line. Is there a game plan? Should we mix it up? Should we try it out?
I think they double switched on you. Yeah. And said this is it, and then went back on it.
The other way, but there we go on the line. Jack Shanahan to lead out Yves Meyer from Switzerland as they fire through the gears. Look at this, Yves Meyer onto the back bumper at GT86 already, but Shanahan's fast. But Yves Meyer's got the pace and the car to hang with him as they fire through. Yves Meyer perfectly timed the transition. Look at the dive from Yves Meyer as he now applies the pressure all over the side of that Toyota GT86. They fire through. It's a Toyota on Toyota affair out there on track as now Yves Meyer goes for the kill one more time across the line. Yves Meyer illuminating, goes green, he jumps off the line, breaks that beam, and Shanahan's going to be in the car thinking, well, I need to pull it all out of the bag. Oh, look at the flick from Yves Meyer. Big clutch kick as he puts that GR Super across the circuit. But Shanahan not letting him get away. The spotters would have told him that he needs to be all over the side of that blue Super as they come down, pick up the zones, and Yves Meyer doing an incredible job out front, puts that car to angle, comes down, picks up the inner zone. Shanahan onto the door, onto the rear bumper.
Oh, man. Man, wild. And the driving habits, I love it.
Well, there we go. They get the thumbs up from both sides. We wait for that light to go green, and it does. And Shanahan jumps off the line. Oran Nilsson in chase as he now falls into formation. They both clutch kick in to that first outside zone, and Nilsson on to the back bumper at GT86 already. As Jack Shanahan now locks up the handbrake. Look at that, perfectly into that outside zone, but that's opened the door for Nilsson, and it opens the door massively as he tags the rear wheel, almost pushes Shanahan through that outside zone. Nilsson back on the hunt again, back on the rear wheel across the line. Wow.
Oh, he's driving his race the whole time.
Yeah, there we go. Second half of the battle underway. Nilsson to lead out Shanahan. Shanahan now jumps to the back bumper of that Sora as Oran Nilsson puts foot to floor, unleashes all of the power from that 2JZ underneath the bonnet. Shanahan matches the angle though as they go into outside zone 4. A little wide for Oran Nilsson though as he puts a wheel over. Shanahan makes a dive, tags the side of that car on the rear wheel as they fire down into this inside zone. Can Shanahan take a bite out of the back of that car once again? He certainly tries to.
Yeah, both drivers adapting well. Oran Nilsson.
And they're getting the thumbs up, they're getting told to watch the light. It will be Shanahan to lead out Nilsson. Look at Nilsson already jumping off the line like a lowrider, the front of that Sora popping up and down as he jumps onto the back bumper. Nice initiation from Shanahan as they get into it. Shanahan right to the edge of the circuit. Nilsson goes for a very brave transition behind Shanahan now, working his way into the groove, nose in the front of that Sora, right onto the door, starts to get lost in a cloud of smoke, and then dives through the smoke, rips up massively, has to shallow up again as he goes for the rear wheel of Shanahan's GT86.
Yeah, both drivers taking notes from their previous run. Oran Nilsson getting a little bit more aggressive.
On the second half of this battle. Look at this, he's already creeping off the line now. We get a clean start, ready to rock and roll. Nilsson to lead out Shanahan for a spot in the Great 808s. Who's it going to be making his way through? And look at this, Oran Nilsson has gripped that car up massively, tries to drive away from Shanahan, but look at this from Shanahan, bobbles. This is unbelievable. Oh, he's in the wall. Oran end of that Sora into the wall. Shanahan deals with it, dives down the inside. Shanahan closer than anyone else as Shanahan pushes Iron Nilsson across the line.
Oh man, that was fun. This is why I'm a champion.
Exactly that. Well, here we go. The car slam into gear. Shanahan versus Shanahan. Connor to chase down Jack as they come through the gears. Look at this. Connor Shanahan straight onto the back bumper of Jack's GT86. They fire through, no messing around. Clean cut so far as they both put it right to the edge of the circuit for outside zone 4. Connor Shanahan starts to creep up on his brother, put the front wheel to front wheel, but Jack is on an absolute ripper, but Connor fires down on the inside, noses wheel to door across the line.
Oh man, the best that Ireland's got to offer.
Connor is given that green light to go, and it will be Connor to lead out Jack as they come through the gears. 4th gear selected as they flick through initiation. Look at that, Jack having to hit the foot brake before making contact with Connor as they fire through. Connor goes wide, and sets himself up lovely for outside zone 4. But look at this from Jack, matching the angle, matching the proximity all the way through. The transitions don't even make sense as Connor Shanahan leads Jack right to the edge of the circuit and across the line.
My original instinct goes to like the chase and the proximity, which
waits to get the signal from our start line, Marshall Martin. This is it. This is the first battle in our final 4. They get the green light to go and they are off the start line through the gears. It's going to be Jack Shanahan to lead in Oliver Randalou, and it looks slow, but it isn't slow as Shanahan clicks the clutch. Randalou is all over the side and the back bumper of that GT86. Jack Shanahan fires into outside zone 4 and Randalou onto the door. Look at this, tucked up close and personal. Randalou is not messing around here in Spain. How did he even do that? It didn't even make sense. Randalou is a man possessed right now.
Wow, the amount of confidence to be able to do that. I mean,
look, you need to go above and beyond right now as they come off the line. They get the green light. Randalou slams through the gears. Jack Shanahan now falls into the position, but Randalou is up and gone. Can Shanahan make up some lost ground here? He makes a dive, he fires it on big angle. He's coming in backwards to Randalou. That's insane from Jack Shanahan as Randalou glues it to the outside line. Now Jack Shanahan trying to repay the favour as Randalou dials on the angle. He goes for that inner and outer zone, and look at that, Shanahan pushing him across the line.
Oh man, what a great way to respond to a chase like that. Jack Shanahan knows it.
It was phenomenal from where I was sitting, that's for sure, and I'm sure you guys watching online with us will agree. But the light goes green and they're through the gears. It will be Shanahan to lead out Randalou as they flick through the gears and flick the cars to angle. Look at this from Randalou, he's closer than he was before. Pushes Jack Shanahan as wide as he'll go to the edge of the circuit. They scrub the speed down into outside zone 4. Shanahan fulfills the outside zone and Randalou's back there again. Will he try it? He certainly does. He drops down on the inside. Randalou more aggressive than he was before, closer than he was before across the line.
That was nuts. I mean, Randalou's
going into gear and they come off the line under the green light. It will be Randalou to lead out Jack Shanahan. Only one spot in the final away, so look at that, a strange initiation for Randalou. Massive understeer for Jack Shanahan. He has to shut him down as Randalou given the opportunity to drive away. I would love to know what happened to Jack Shanahan as they fire through. Randalou puts that car right where it needs to be, stands on the throttle, whatever on the foot brake, and gets it across the line.
And you saw Randalou there as he gets across the line, looking back across to see. And yeah, I'm wondering if Jack ended up losing a tire.
Ready to rock and roll. Purser wants a podium. And the visor will slam shut on that carbon fibre helmet as Jack Shanahan slams the door of his GT86. The light goes green and we are good to go for the playoffs here. Who will take third step on the podium as they slam through the gears? Shanahan flicks that car across the circuit. And look at this from from Purser, much better as he puts himself into formation. Shanahan on the handbrake into outside zone 4, nice and wide, but look at that from Purser. He's tucked up on the inside, onto the door he goes as they fire through. Now Purser down again on the inside. An incredible chase from Kevin Purser as they go wheel to wheel.
Every single lap is practice.
The light goes green and they are good to go as Purser now leads out Shanahan for possibly the last run. Look at this, some separation already as Kevin Purser puts foot to floor. Now Shanahan starts to regain some of that lost ground on the handbrake early. For Shanahan as he dives in on the door. Purser on an absolute winder of a lead line at the moment. Shanahan trying to find the door. That BMW as they transition down. Shanahan throws all the angle at it, but he stalls him up as Purser brings him across the line.
Wow. Takes so much to like shake Jack Shanahan at all, but Kevin Purser just